Beyond Belief, Fact or Fiction. Hosted by Jonathan Frakes. Tonight, your challenge is to separate what is true from what is false. 5 stories, some real, some fake. Can you judge which are fact and which are fiction? To find out, you must enter a world of both truth and deception. A world that is beyond belief.
Sometimes reality and illusion live side by side. But to understand the difference, you must examine all sides. Take this globe, a perfect symmetrical form. But when we check more closely, the truth is revealed. So it is with tonight's stories. On the surface, they may seem to be complete representations of the truth. We'll tell you which ones are true and which ones are false at the end of the show. And remember to check out every angle before you judge. You may be getting only half the story.
When Allen Dulles brought in all the Nazi scientists and so forth, they went to 2 places. They went to CIA and they went to the National Aeronautics and Space Administration, which in our world we call it not a space agency. And as Kathy O'Brien has said so clearly, that's where the bulk of the mind control has been done.
Here's a wonderful first view of our beautiful Earth. And there's Tim Copra, and there was Tom Marshburn, Julie, folks very quickly getting ready to go to work, Doug Hurley. We haven't been up there very long. And after a couple days, it's time to go ahead and find this thing called the space station. So fortunately, I didn't lose it. Here's a great view of what we carry in our payload bay. This is the going to be the exposed facility, the Jeff.
It's such a pleasure to have you on board. Hopefully we'll get to spend just a little time, and maybe the kids can ask some questions or something if they want to.
I can see it's Jimi Hendrix Eat Your Heart Out, right, with this guitar.
Your eyes, the heart, your eyes, your eyes.
Experiment about the hammer and the feather. Well, in this case, our feather will be played here by this 4 of spades. And you may expect everything up here in microgravity to float, because most everything does float. However, sometimes something a little different happens. Sometimes you just might find a little pocket of gravity.
So let's use this model of the Earth. And let's enlist the help of a friend, Paxi. You might know her. Paxi, hello Paxi.
Station, this is Houston ACR. That concludes the KCRG TV portion of the event. Please stand by for a voice check from KTBC TV.
It is a real honor to be able to touch base with the International Space Station, and that's what we're doing right now, visiting with Commander Shane Kimbrough, commander on the International Space Station.
that's the end of the video. I wanted to share that with you, a little discovery we made by using a little piece of plastic from one of the FDF books.
So, I mean, like on the space station, how many of these would you have?
7, because we have 7 windows.
What happens if you get a leak on that?
Then you have a leak.
You just have a leak.
And what you would do
is...
You
lose air.
Hello, and welcome to the cupola of the International Space Station. In the cupola, we have 7 windows, and every window has its own shutter. And Smarter Every Day, with whom I have connected via Twitter, asked me to give you a demonstration of how we open and close the shutters.
So my question is, how can you operate a lid on the outside of the space station by manipulating something mechanical on the inside of the space station without losing air pressure?
It's called real good engineering.
Over the years, NASA has given us spectacular photos and renderings that reveal a colorful and mysterious universe.
No doubt. And now Chris Martinez is introducing us to 2 of the artists behind some of the most iconic space art in the galaxy.
In a small, bright office, working side by side.
Let's see. Every day, the concept of truth seems to become stretched, distorted, and compromised. Maybe it's time to accept that some things go beyond our ideas of truth and fall into a category that can best be described as beyond belief.